Hello, my name is Derrick and now I will read Chapter 7 in Against All Odds. Here we go. Chapter 7. Did you bring help? One of the bodies moved and then it spoke. So, did you bring help? Help, I replied. For a split second I wasn't sure whether I was saying help or asking for help. Yeah, you brought somebody with you, right? I heard. It was Tank, one of the black shapes in the gloom. I told you Larry would save us. Jeff spoke up. He was the other shape in this tiny space. Well, Megan's called the police, I explained. So you just came in by yourself? Tank said. That's too smart, Larry. You come into play here and you don't even have a plan or anybody to back you up. He was right, of course. I hadn't had much of a plan when I went charging into the storm sewer. I didn't even know the way back out now that I was down here. The small tunnel must have turned down at some point, and I had been washed along it. Now we're all in some sort of place where the little tunnel dumped into a bigger one. The cold water was up to my waist, and I was standing on a side ledge. If I stepped off, the water would be up to my chest. You guys have any idea where we are? I asked. I don't know, Larry, Tank said. I was looking for a street sign, but it's kind of dark. You didn't happen to bring a flashlight with you, or maybe a cell phone. I mean, that would have required a little brain power. Tank was making fun of me, just the way he used to when we were little. My brother didn't even notice Tank's words. Larry's got a light on his keychain, Jeff blurted out. Why hadn't I thought about that? I was supposed to be the smart one, and it was my brother who figured that out. Yeah, I've got a little flashlight, I said, feeling pretty dumb. I reached into my soaking jeans and put on my keys. The flashlight was as wet as the rest of me, but it turned on. For the first time in maybe 10 minutes, my eyes saw something besides black. What kind of place is this? I said. I was moving the beam all around on Jeff and Tank on the concrete walls. Way up over our heads, I could see a couple of points of light. It looked like a big metal plate up there, with a couple holes that let in some daylight. It must be where the side sewer connects to the main line, Tank explained. That's a manhole cover up there. We were about 5 meters down the sewer, waist deep in water, but just over our heads was a way out. So why didn't you guys time out? I asked. It's locked, my brother told me. The sea locked it down, cause when I wanted it, we kind of let it off, Tank explained. We went up and tried pushing already, but the feed is stuck or locked. At least he was talking to me straight now. So let's hit the feed and make some noise, I told them. I flashed the beam around the sewer, looking for something metal that could pound on the manhole cover. Jeff, give me your belt. My belt? He asked. Just take it off and give it to me, I ordered. In a second I had my brother's belt in my hand, and I was going up to the metal rungs. It was only 15 rungs to the top, and I got there fast. Jeff kept the light and aimed on me as I climbed up. First I tried to do what I had. I pushed on the manhole cover, not a budge. I worked some of that manhole covers weigh as much as I do. But this one was locked down tight. There was no way. There was no way I could push it open. So I decided to make some noise. I began whapping the cover with Jeff's belt. 1, 2, 3, and the belt buckle made the iron ring out. Hey, we're down here, I yelled for the 2 small holes in the cover. All I needed was one person to walk by in here. All I needed was one person to say, hey, there's something funny down there. But there was no answer from above. I kept hitting against the cover and again, and yelling as often as I could. Help, I shouted. When he held down here. Why couldn't anybody hear? I asked myself. Where were Megan and the cops? Then I heard a noise like a whoosh and a roar, and the manhole cover moved. And then the roar went away. A car just went over the manhole cover. I said to myself, we are under the middle of the street. That's when I really started to swear. Nobody was going to hear me pounding in the middle of the street. In the storm outside, no one would even be on the sidewalks. There was nobody to hear me shouting or hitting at the metal cover. You shouldn't swear, Larry, my brother said. That's right, Larry, Tank repeated. I didn't know if he was making fun of Jeff or me or both of us. But Tank was the least of our problems. Yeah, you're right, I said, climbing down the runs. Let's forget that one. When I got back to the bottom, there was worse news waiting for me. The water in the main sewer line had gone up. That was as high as Jeff's chest. That meant it had gone up half a meter in only 5 minutes or so. If it kept going up, we'd be forced to climb up into the manhole just to breathe. And if it still kept going up, we'd run out of air. Can we get back out that side tunnel, I asked. Too slippery, Tank replied. We already tried and got washed down here, just like you. What about the main line here, I asked. The water in the big tunnel was rushing by us like a real river. It was swirling and bubbling with dirt and branches floating on the surface. All the junk from the street was washing down to where we were. It goes down to Mill Creek, Tank said. So how do we go with the flow? I suggested. Jeff's a good swimmer, and there's enough air at the top of the tunnel. If we wait, the water will fill the whole sewer and we'll never make it. Yeah, maybe you guys can make it, Tank said, but I can't swim. Tune in the next time to see what the next chapter is about.